Welcome back to Session 0, where I mostly discuss Dungeon World. Today I want to share a new acronym I've been working on, which has really helped me to better define characters for role-playing games and fiction. Creating characters is a lot of fun for me, and like my AIMS acronym for NPCs and my LAND acronym for locations, I've been using the acronym FACETS to help me create interesting characters. However, I first envisioned the acronym as FACETS. I couldn't decide between two E words, and I really struggled to find a good C word, so I just shortened it to FAST. I finally found a really good C word from a source I wasn't expecting. Let's start with FAST because it's usable as is. F is for flaw. A flaw needs to be something minor or major which affects how your character behaves. It should be something that can be overcome over the course of a campaign because that's a way for your character to grow. You start flawed and grow out of it. A is for ambition. An ambition gives your character something to strive for, a short or long-term goal, and it can change throughout a campaign. This can be something minor like find the Sunflower Samurai, or something major like defeat the vicious leader of a powerful gang and former friend who took everything from you. S is for secret, just like it is in my AIMS for NPCs. A secret is something about your character which the other players around the table don't know. The one person who should know this secret, though, is the Game Master. If the Game Master doesn't know that your brother is the assassin who took out the king, that revelation will never see the table. Interestingly, you don't even need to know the full depths of your secret. You can have an idea about it and let it grow as you play. Just remember to keep your GM in the loop. Finally, T is for treat. A treat is something fun and maybe unusual. Given the proper equipment and ingredients, you can bake the best bread this side of the Anduin River. Or, despite your rough appearance and grim attitude, you have an amazing singing voice. Something that each of these elements have in common is that they're narrative elements, not mechanical. Don't try to use these to get some in-game advantage. They're just here to help you and the Game Master develop your character's story. FAST is usable. I've been using it for about 3 years, but let me expand it to what I always wanted it to be, facets. I said that I couldn't decide between two E's. It could be E for education, which is the general level of your education and the hows and whys involved. It could be for economy. You're in debt or broke or live comfortably, or of course you're wealthy. Why are you in debt and to whom? Why do you adventure if you're wealthy? I almost put only one of these E's in the video and was going to pretend that it was always that E and had never been anything else. But I like both, and whichever is chosen says almost as much about the character as how you define it. Whichever you use says, I want this to be an important facet of my character. I want my character's story to be about how they wasted their high education, or the things they have to do to pay off their debts. So now I come to C, which had eluded me for a long time. I finally got it while watching YouTube Reactor watching The Green Mile for the first time. I watched The Green Mile in the theater in 1999 and have watched it several times since. And yes, I've cried at the ending. Probably not in 99 because I was only 19 at the time, but definitely more recently. It wasn't until watching the Reactor cry at the ending of The Green Mile that I found my C. C is for cry. What makes your character cry and why? And I think it would be a terrible injustice if the answer to that question is nothing. Even the most hardened character can have something that makes them cry. I'm sure John Wick still cries about his wife's passing. So that's facets, and here's a fun exercise I like to employ. Use facets to create some interesting narrative, facets, for a character of a particular class, cleric, ranger, etc. When you're done, switch the class. What seems familiar and maybe cliche for a thief seems out of place for a paladin, and that, in my opinion, makes the paladin more interesting. The facets you create for a wizard make perfect sense, but feel very different when you apply them to a fighter. Then, of course, start asking why. Why did the cleric kill the high priest, and why do they give no quarter in combat? Why did the paladin steal that whatever from the caravan leader, and why are they seeking the treasure map? Like, sub, and comment if you want to help my channel grow, and don't forget to hit the bell icon for notifications. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.